How do you eat healthy and stay consistent on healthy, whole, fresh foods when inflation is high and the cost of groceries are so high? So here's some tips that will help you get started to transition from just overeating or buying the cheapest and thinking you could be saving, and switching over to healthier options and staying on budget. So the first thing is understanding that when you eat healthy, whole, nutrient dense foods, what happens is you don't require as much, because when you're giving your body the nutrients that it needs, oh, a fly flew in my when you're giving your body the nutrients that it needs, you're fuller quicker. You don't need as big portions as you probably think you need, and it becomes much easier. So one of the things that I did is I kept it really simple. There was like 10 to 12 things on my grocery list. I split it up into like carbs, fats, and fruits. I like fruits more than I like vegetables, but those were basically it. Proteins, obviously, in there. If you stick with these for protein, chicken, ground beef, Greek yogurt, and eggs, keep that as your staple items that you get every week. Eggs, the best is obviously regenerative. If you can't do that, do organic. If you can't do that, do pasture raised. But just eggs in general is going to be healthy. Ground beef, if you can do grass-fed and finished ground beef, that's going to be your best. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but the goal is to grab it when it's on sale and put it in the freezer and have it ready to go. If you can't get the grass-fed and finished, try to get a 93.7. Don't get the high fatty one. Try to get a good one. And then chicken, organic air chilled is what you're looking for. If you can't get air chilled, you still get organic. The difference is they soak it or cleanse it in chlorine. So air chilled is always going to be your cleanest. And then Greek yogurt, if you're a Costco member, get the plain Greek yogurt. It's very high in protein. You can sweeten it with honey, raw honey, or Greek yogurt with vanilla, but skip the cheap yogurt that's just packed with sugars. So those are your 4 proteins. This is for somebody who's just starting out. Then you're going to want your carbs. What I stuck with was sweet potato, like little red baby potatoes, or sweet potato, brown rice, or white rice. Always get organic if you can. That's it. I just switched with those 4 things. So you don't need all of these ingredients. You're simplifying. The things that add up in calories and in money are the sauces and the extra things, the extra snacking. So one of the other things I did is I switched to grocery delivery. I pay the extra $10 a month on top of my Amazon Prime. If you're in a location where you can get grocery delivery, this will save you a lot of money, because you're not going to be tempted when you go into the store to buy sweets and a bunch of other junk that you won't need. It will save you a ton. You're not buying out of emotion. You're literally just going, okay, what am I going to have this week? Boom, boom, boom. They deliver it to your door. It cuts all of the guesswork out, and it will end up saving you money. So you got your proteins, you got your carbs, and then you got your fats. So avocado is going to be great. Unless you're trying to lose weight, you might want to skip it sometimes, but avocado is going to be just a really good source of healthy fats. I like a lot of fruits. So what I do is cucumber, apple, banana. You can't really overdo it on fruits. I love melon. I know fruit have sugars, it's natural sugars. I love it. Carrots are extremely cheap. I mean, it's like $2 a bag for organic carrots, and you can eat them whole, or you can saute them or bake them or whatever. So it's actually really simple. And with all of these ingredients, you just create meals. So maybe you've got chicken breast with brown rice and some sliced cucumber. That's one meal. Maybe another meal might be ground beef with an egg on top and some avocado. That's another meal. Maybe instead of the avocado, you switch it to tomato. These are easy, simple ways. It's not that expensive because you're not consuming as much. The things that add up that don't give us a lot of nutritional value is like chips and cereals and popcorns, and which I love lesser evil popcorn. If you do need a little snack, that's a good one to grab, as a lesser evil popcorn. You can get some of this stuff on sale, and that's the key, is just to stock it up. I do use real butter when we cook. Skip all of the hydrogenated oils and the canola oils and the vegetable oils. That's garbage. It's going to make you feel like crap, and it's also going to increase your sun sensitivity, which is going to make you burn quicker and fry yourself from the inside out. So these oils are so inflammatory, you want to skip those. So what you're getting back to is like the simple roots of things. Butter, raw cheese can be expensive, but if you can get some mozzarella, that would be a great start. Eggs, you've got your meats, you've got your carbs. I do protein oats as well. Oatmeal's a good carb. I know some people don't like it, it hurts their stomach, but I do it. You could do oatmeal, chia seed, blueberries. That's a good meal. Skip the sugar, don't put milk on top, don't put brown sugar. Maybe if you need a little cinnamon, you could do that. So these are all really simple ways to just reuse. Keep the food it doesn't have to be exciting all the time. If you need a little bit of excitement, one of the best ice cream brands is Alden's Organic Ice Cream. It has like 5 ingredients. It's so good, and it's delicious. So those are the treats: Alden's Organic Ice Cream and Lesser Evil popcorn that I enjoy having and snacking on. But just to start out, streamline your grocery shopping. So we'll back up: chicken, ground beef, eggs, avocado, sweet potato, or regular baby potato. Remember, you're looking for the organic versions, if at all possible. Banana, Greek yogurt, protein oats if you can. Chia seed, you could keep that in the fridge. That'll give you a little bit extra fiber. You don't have to soak it. You can just sprinkle it. Once the chia seed gets in your body, it will, the juices in your body actually attach to it, and then that's what makes them swell up, and then those chia seeds connect to all of toxic, they connect to things in like the gunk, and they clean it out. So you don't have to soak it first. But those are like simple: cucumber, carrots, tomato. For sweets, go with a dark, real chocolate, dark chocolate, cacao chocolate if you can. Alden's ice cream's a good one. If you like nuts, you can do raw walnuts, raw pumpkin seeds. Those are really good for hormone. But really, start simple. You can always add in things as you go, as kind of like you're building your pile. But remember, it's carbs, your protein, your healthy fats, and fruits. And if you think you need to get more vegetables, the only things that I do is like tomato, cucumber, carrots. I don't do a lot of broccoli. It gives me gas. I don't fuss over, oh, I need to get all of my greens in. I really don't think about spinach or all that. I feel like it just goes to waste. It gets wet and sloppy. I don't like the taste. So get things that you enjoy eating. And you'll notice you'll stay fuller longer. You won't be as hungry as much, because you're giving your body nutrients and whole foods. So you're taking the guesswork out. This is like your ground layer. And once you get this system going for like 3 to 6 months, you'll probably save money on groceries, because the healthy stuff, when it's on sale, it's not that bad. You're not eating as much. Oh, and breads, if you don't make your own sourdough, go with sourdough. Try to get organic sourdough or sprouted grain. There's a company, Mike's Killer Bread. Is it Mike's or Dave's? Dave's Killer Bread is pretty good. It does have some sugars in it, but it's still really good. It's clean. And then Little Big Bread, or something that it's called. I don't know if that's just an Arizona brand, but that's a good one. They've got like a sprouted grain, which I love. So those are, you could do toast. You could also add in almond butter. So that could be a breakfast, could be almond butter with, or sprouted grain toast with almond butter, some chia seed, and banana. And you can just switch it. Instead of banana, you sprinkle blueberries. Instead of blueberries, you slice apples. Maybe you want to drizzle honey on it. Maybe a couple hard-boiled eggs on the side, or just one hard-boiled egg. Maybe an orange or some little mandarins. That's good as well. Kiwi is delicious. Kiwi is good at nighttime as well. It can help you sleep. So depending on what fruits are in season, you grab those fruits. Watermelon, and you can never really overdo it on fruits. They're full of fiber, they're full of nutrients, they're keeping you hydrated, especially if you live in a dry climate like we do. So you're getting the hydration, you're getting all of that, all those nutrients, and it's giving you energy. Apples are a really great carb source and fiber, and they're super healthy. And again, you're going for organic whenever possible. You don't necessarily need to have organic like bananas or avocado or oranges, things that have a peel on them. Organic's not like required, but in melons and stuff like that. But the dirty dozen, berries and apples, absolutely. Grapes, yes, you always want to go organic with those. And when you clean them, you can soak the berries. You just put them in water and put a little bit of baking soda. swish it around, and then rinse them clean. So stick to those types of things. Blueberries are going to be your best out of the berries, blueberries, blackberries. Those are your best. They're so high in antioxidants. You can freeze them. You can dip them in chocolate. When they're frozen, they're like little snacks. You can make them blueberry muffins. So once you have these core ingredients, you could do so many different things, and it's going to save you money than getting chips and crackers and white bread and all of these creamers and things that you're adding into your coffee, and all of these extras you want to cut. Once you get rid of all those extras, you'll save so much. Plus, we don't go out to eat a lot, and when we do, it's a treat. So if you're going out to eat, number one, you're probably overdoing the calories because you're not keeping track, and number two, you're spending way more. It's just atrocious how much it costs to go out to eat. It's crazy. And so you got to limit that while you're making this transition. And I'm almost 99% sure you'll end up saving money. I can't see the screen because it's so, the sun's beating down. But if anyone has any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer.